I think students in our schools would definitely identify with the words faith, service, community. And so I think the contact program is really built around that experiences of faith, of service, and community. There are times where we might focus on one of those elements a little more than the other. For example, in December, we usually have a retreat for our contacts where they come together to really just to kind of having completed a semester, that first semester of the academic year. It really does provide opportunity to kind of come together and check in with one another and to kind of just reflect and look a little more deeply at where am I in my prayer life? Where am I in terms of my spirituality? Where am I in terms of service and being available to others?
Like I said, it's more so of a spiritual cleansing. At the same time, I get to reconnect with myself and reestablish a relationship that I felt was never really strong enough, I guess you could say, throughout my first semester of college.
You realize that, every stage of going to these LaSallian schools or, just being around the brothers or being around this presence of faith, that how it really has developed you. How it kind of pokes at your ethics and your morals. And I think more people deserve to have that level of education, especially for people who come from impoverished backgrounds like myself, That's how faith helps me, to know that it's okay to be kind of outside of what other people think is normality, that your normality is just as good as anyone else's.
When I first talk to young men about the contact program, they might be a little intimidated by this is some sort of recruitment tool and I'm signing up to become a brother. And yes and no. You're not signing up to become a brother. Yes, you or someone has identified certain things about yourself that you hopefully have expressed an openness to the possibility of such a call.
I guess one of the doubts that I had when becoming a contact was that, I can't talk to women anymore, or that I'm already supposed to live a vow of celibacy. That's not true at all. It's exploring what it means to be a brother, and that's it.
That interplay of questions, of helping people find the truth that they experience in the world, the truth that they experience in prayer, the truth that they experience in just life as normal, I think is a great experience that we have.
The vocation director, he comes and visits you about maybe a couple times a year, and he spends time with you, and he listens, he truly listens.
I think very much for me, allowed me to recognize that this was indeed God's call for me. But again, I would say that for most people, that's not the case. I think that most of our contacts, come to really appreciate the experience, but after some time recognize what their calling is and recognize that they have to go pursue that calling.